More information is coming out on the Boston Marathon bombing, which took place only 2 days ago. There has so far been 3 fatal victims: a restaurant manager, a 29-year-old woman, and her 8-year-old son. Another person who is yet, as of this recording, has not yet been identified. In addition to that, there has been 176 people, or in some sources 178 people, have been injured. U.S. President Barack Obama, speaking to the media, said that these bombings were an act of terrorism and that he and his administration would do everything they could to find out who it was that carried out these attacks and bring them to justice. Police and investigators were searching a nearby apartment based what is believed to be an anonymous tip. They obtained a search warrant and searched the apartment. Now, at this time, it's not known if anything was found yet. In an aspect of this bombing that is very strange is that it's been declared that the explosion, or what's now said to be a fire that took place in the JFK library, had nothing to do with the terrorist attacks that were, I'm assuming that that's what these are. These were attacks deliberately carried out to cause terror. They deliberately targeted civilians. This is a classic example of a terrorist attack. It's being said that the fire in the library, the explosion, had nothing to do with the attacks that occurred. And in fact, that incident in the library had actually been to do with the bomb squad carrying out a test, which, while I don't feel that this is a conspiracy, I do think that it is very strange and it is certainly very suspicious. I've noted the irony that 3 people have died and a great number injured is this huge thing that the media is covering all over the place, yet they seem to ignore the seeming daily occurrence of this occurring in the third world by the actions of the U.S. military. But we can't be too surprised that this would happen. It's just an irony in noticing this, that it's expected, that it's now background noise that people in the third world are going to be slaughtered in such huge numbers by the U.S. military. That it's just background radiation. It's just music playing in the background while you work. That these events, these murders, are nothing special, and that are just things that are the backdrop to our society. While the deaths of these 3 people are one of the most shocking incidents of this decade in the United States. I'm inclined to believe that this actually is a terrorist attack. I mean, it's obvious. It deliberately targeted civilians. It was deliberately targeted at a special event. Now, the thing is, everybody's being blamed for this. It's been automatically said this is Islamic militants. Automatically this is, for some reason, North Korea. Although North Korea is insanely more sophisticated at carrying out attacks than this. I mean, this is nothing. It's amazing that everybody's been blamed for this so far. But there's no actual evidence of who did it yet. It's been said that these bombs were unsophisticated, and it's been said that they were very sophisticated. There's no real information right now, yet everybody is being accused. What I will say, what I think from the way the attack was carried out, who was targeted, and just the way the whole thing went down, is that I'm tending to think it was either a right-wing extremist group, Obama is socialist, blah, 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 he's coming to take our guns, or it's one lone white nut job, along the lines of a Jared Longer or John Holmes, the Aurora, Colorado theater shooter. I'm not sure that's the right name, but you know the guy I'm talking about, the shooter for the theater. I honestly think this is actually going to turn out to be a white male between 25 and 40 who's right-wing. Because I think given the nature of the attack itself, that it's going to turn out possibly to be a single person, but it could also be a group of individuals as well. I'm pretty confident that this is going to turn out to be done by someone who's right-wing or an organization that's right-wing. But I'm just guessing based on the information available, and I could very well be wrong.